It's just so expensive. I don't get it. Feel like my grip is slipping.
What's up YouTube, it's your girl Dani Leigh and thank you so much for clicking on this video. In today's video we are recreating Miss Expensive. Okay, we are doing this look that Dani Leigh posted on Instagram I think like a day or two ago, and I just seen it yesterday and I was like, ooh, that cool tone makeup is eating. I tried to get it as close as I possibly could and I feel like I did a good job. You guys already know how I roll. Did some prestige products, we did some drugstore, we did some beauty supply store. You already know how I roll. I'm gonna always save you a buck where I can, but I'm really happy with the way my makeup came out. I think it's really pretty. It's something different than what I normally do. But without further ado, if you're feeling this look as much as I am and you want to see how I kind of came to it, or if you just want to have fun and play in some cool toned makeup, this is the video for you. So stay tuned and keep on watching. I did go ahead and do my brows off camera. I did my skincare a little bit earlier, but I need to do my prep for my makeup. So for today's video, I'm gonna go in with this Maybelline New York Grippy Serum Primer. I actually really like her. I don't know how you guys feel. Comment down below if you've tried this. It says it's up to 24 hours. It's a makeup gripper. It also has an additional 2% niacinamide. I'm gonna put on screen what niacinamide is beneficial for on the skin, but I'm not gonna lie, I've worn this a couple of times and my makeup looked super good, even like going on a plane and just being in different climates. I really was happy with the way my makeup looked with this, and it's not too expensive, guys. Go ahead and put a good amount. I like to put my grippy primers under my eyes as well. I feel like it just kind of helps with creasing, so it's something that I've been doing for a long time now. And I'm gonna put a good amount of primer on as well, just because I really want this look to give, you know what I'm saying? The better you prep your skin for your makeup, the better it's gonna look. I don't care what you're using. If you're someone who's new to my channel, if you're watching my videos, you will see I do not break the bank when I do my makeup. Now there's certain things that I use that tie in, and sometimes I get it on sale too, if I'm being honest. But I will say, guys, if you know your skin, you know the desired look you have, you're gonna win every time. You're gonna know the type of skincare you need, you're gonna know the type of products you need to achieve that look, and then you can figure out, well, this is my budget and this is what I can do. So if you're someone who can't answer those questions just yet yourself, about yourself, I do have an ebook for less than a cup of coffee. I'm gonna link it down below in my description box for you as well, because I have some great tips and tricks for beginners. I've gotten so many good reviews of people telling me how much that my ebook has helped them. For foundation, I'm gonna go in actually with two and mix them. I don't love doing that, but I have so much foundation at this point, guys, and there's too much makeup, so I do want to use my products before they go bad, because I try to do my best with foundations and face things. Eyeshadows and stuff, that's none of my business. But face stuff, I want to make sure I'm using it. I'm going to take the L'Oreal Infallible. This is the shade 486. This is their up to 32-hour fresh wear foundation, and it has sunscreen in it as well if you care about that. SPF 25. This foundation is a little bit yellowy. I do love this foundation a lot. It looks really pretty on my skin. It has a lot of vitamin C in it as well. It gives that glowy effect. My skin is very fair right now, and honestly, being me, I be 25 different skin tones throughout the year. So my undertone, if I mix it with this Born This Way by Too Faced, this is their undetectable medium to full coverage foundation in the shade Warm Beige. Mixing these two, I feel like it's gonna give me the exact shade that I want. So I'm gonna put the L'Oreal on the back of my hand about this much, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put some of the Born This Way. And of course, I'm going in with my Kylie Beauty foundation brush, and I'm going to kind of mix them together on the back of my hand here. I know it still looks kind of dark, but girl, on the face, she's gonna work. And we have a great coverage. If you know your skin type and you know how your products mix together, you'll be golden. I personally don't put foundation on my nose. I just don't like it. Of course, I'll dust the sides, but it's like very little foundation. I'm gonna keep it away from my eyes as well. I'm looking here into my mirror as well, but a little bit goes a long way. These two foundations mixed together already look amazing, but I'm not gonna lie, your tool does make a difference. My Kylie Beauty foundation brush just doesn't fail me at all. I'm telling you, like, I just love how my face always looks like butter every time, and that's honestly the goal. You want to look good. Your makeup, you don't have to put a lot on to do what you have to do. I'm still kind of going off of the brush here. You don't have to put it all over. I like less foundation on my forehead as well. I just don't need as much coverage there, but I will just tap on top. And as you can see, without even going crazy like on my nose or anything, we're good to go. Any imperfection that I have is covered up, and that primer works really well with the foundation. So I'm happy with the way this looks. Let's move on to bronzer. For today's bronzer, I'm actually gonna go in with some powder bronzer. This is the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Palette. It's not the cutest. She's a little dirty, I'm not gonna lie. She's been everywhere, okay? This is how she looks on the inside. She's only $9.99, okay? Steal her, grab her while you can. I get mine at Ulta. I know Target also sells Essence, and so does CVS, but I just always find it at Ulta. And I've been to a couple different Ultas in North Carolina, and I just feel like they always have a good selection. A lot of people say they don't find Essence products, and I mean, you guys can always just go on their website, but I don't really have a problem with it. For this look, DaniLeigh does look very bronze, so I'm gonna use these bottom shades right here to really bronze my face up, and I'm gonna be using my Kaylee Beauty contour brush to do that. So I'm gonna keep the placement the same. I'm gonna start here, right around my temples, and I'm gonna kind of move it into my hairline. And then as you can see, I'm just buffing it little by little because you don't want it to be patchy. That's another thing I love about my brushes. Cream products, powder products, it works. They look great. So I'm gonna bring this out and bring it down. And now I'm gonna start tapping a bit more, but I really am bringing it above my cheekbone to just really define this area because I'm not a contour girl, I just won't. Then I'm gonna take it on my forehead. Do you see how loose I'm holding my brush here? We're just gonna start packing that product in now, and then with the edges I can start diffusing it so that it melts into my forehead a bit better. I noticed too that this makeup looks very mauve-y, but there's still that bronze look to it, which I thought was kind of fun. It gives a different effect, and I think because her hair is that golden brown shade, having the color of her lip liner and the shade of this bronzer makes this look align really well, I feel like, with her hair color. I think if they would have gone a bit more cool and not did the bronzer, maybe the colors wouldn't have blended together really well, but I don't know, there's something about this that I really like. I think it's gonna look really pretty, so I'm excited to kind of bring this together. But I'm gonna just do the same thing on the other side here. I always go on top of my cheekbone. Shout out to one of my biggest supporters on TikTok, on social media, honestly, in general, Nezzy. We did a one-on-one, and when I tell you, I love seeing people apply their own makeup on their face. And for some people, you guys are bringing your bronzers down way too far in your face or your contour, and I think that's what's kind of causing an issue where you may not like, or you may feel like it's muddy. And something that we talked about was, I personally do this on my face because I think it looks really good, but also I notice on a lot of other face shapes it looks good as well. I take my bronzer, I really pack a lot of it into my temple area and into my hairline, and then I kind of fade it out. My cheekbone is here, that line, you guys see, that chiseled portion is here. I'm not going underneath, like, I know we're in 2026 and people are bringing back that 2016 nostalgic feeling, but like, I don't want this down here. I'll bring it right on top because it just gives a softer look, and then you'll never see me bringing my bronzer past this portion of my eye. It's just too much and it gets muddy, and I just feel like it's not as pretty. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna lightly tap. You see where I'm holding my brush? That is essential. You'll see me doing it with eyeshadow. You'll see me doing it with my face brushes. It's because you have way more control. Little do you realize when you're holding your brush with a lot less pressure, and the edges allow me to really diffuse the product and give me that like seamless look that I'm looking for. Because when I'm holding it all the way up here, I'm packing, but as I'm moving down, I'm really getting that diffused look that I want, and that's important. Same bronzer down the sides of my nose, because in the pic she does have bronzer going down her nose and it's pretty evident. I'm a bronzer girl anyway, so I would have done this regardless, but I do want to kind of stay true to the photo. I'm going to bring it into my brow a bit, not too much, because this is going to be more of a cool toned makeup look, but I do want to make sure I'm hitting the spots. And again, you see how close my hand was? Now I'm going to go a bit further, lighter pressure, and just kind of dust this down on my nose so you don't see such a harsh line, because regardless I'm going to go in with my concealer and bake and stuff, so it's gonna level everything out. I still have a glow to my skin. If you have drier skin and you're still looking for that glow, but you just don't want the cream, make sure you're paying attention to your skin prep. Make sure you're paying attention to the prep and primer you're using for your makeup. And then I did have a bit more of hydration because I mixed that hydrating foundation with the mattifying one. So you guys see that's the look we're getting. And it's coming together. Next, I'm actually gonna go in now with my blush. For my blush, I'm gonna actually go in with 2 colors. I'm gonna take Blunt by MAC because it's a cooler tone brown. Y'all already know how I feel about this blush. Okay. And then I'm gonna go in with the Ruby Kisses. This is really inexpensive. This is like $5, honey, for all these colors. This is the blush palette. I think it's pronounced Saranjo, okay? And then I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It's a bit more mauve-y. I don't know how it's coming on camera, but it's a bit more mauve-y. You see how like I'm a little bit more yellow? It's gonna look really pretty and give me that, like that cooler tone look that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna mix these 2 blushes together. I'm gonna start Blunt back here and tap her on top because I wanna kind of build a shade. And I'm gonna bring my blush closer to my nose a bit because that's how Dani has hers. I normally wouldn't do that, but for this, we will mimic what she has going on. That cool tone nature of Blunt is kind of coming through. It doesn't look as bronze, which is what I want. I know that might sound crazy. I hope it's kind of picking up like that on camera, the way I see it in person. But I think Blunt is a great color to start off with. And then now with my Kaylee Beauty blush brush, I'm gonna go in with that purplish mauve-ier shade. I'm gonna bring the picture up again, the reference photo. I feel like we're kind of getting there. Of course, we're different skin tones, we're different complexions, but I feel like I'm getting the essence of the look here. I might go in with a 3rd blush, guys. I don't know why I'm feeling like I should. I'm gonna go in with another one. This is a bit of a deep cut, very much expired, but for the look, I wanna try it out and see how it looks. I have this very old MAC blush, okay? It's in the shade Unicorn Dust. Unicorn Dust or Rust, like even the glass is a little skeptical. Okay, here she is. All right, I'm gonna open her up for you guys. She's broken. She's broke, but we're gonna fix her. Can we put her back? Oh, there we go, just snap her back into place. Look at Unicorn Dust. Do you guys see how pretty that is? I'm gonna take a little bit of her on top. Just tap it, because I want it to be a bit cooler tone, just a little bit cooler. Just a little bit. Do you see what that did? It just gave more purple. I needed that. Just a little bit more in that shimmer. It brought it, it's more cool tone now. I love it. I'm gonna put some on my nose just because I like to do that. I don't think she did that. Hold on, did she do that? Let me look at the picture again. She has a lot of highlight on her nose, not necessarily any blush, but this is giving me a highlight vibe, so this will do. For concealers, we're gonna do 2 different shades. They're both the Born This Way Ethereal Light from Too Faced. I'm gonna go Honey Bun and then Sugar. So first I'm gonna start with Honey Bun right here. And I'm gonna do a good amount. I'm gonna bring it out just a little bit here because the way how her makeup is blended. I'm doing a good amount, but it's not like a lot of product because I'm a creasy girl. I will crease if I do too much. But if I let this sit for a second, we should be okay. I'm gonna also take Honey Bun here as well. And actually on my forehead today because she has her forehead pretty highlighted. So here is the map for my concealer. I'm gonna let it dry down for a second before I do blend it out. I just feel like that works for me. So if you don't need to do that, that's fine. Ethereal Light isn't too mattifying. It also isn't too hydrating. I think it's a really pretty formula. If I'm being honest too, the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Light concealers, this is like one of 3 prestige concealers that I have because I don't always go and buy prestige concealers. I'm happy with what I have if I'm being honest, but these, I think they're worth it. All right, now I'm gonna start blending out a chocolate snack, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna start blending out my concealer now with my Kaylee Beauty concealer brush in a tapping motion, really soft, and making sure that that blend is really seamless from my bronzer to my concealer. I'm gonna take whatever I have down my nose a bit because she did as well. And then I'll go to my chin. And then right here as well. Cupid's bow. And this is where like I'll start kind of diffusing any blush that came down too far as well. I love that little bit of unicorn dust. It just looks so pretty. That was a good decision. All right, and then I'm gonna go under the eye here. And when I go under the eye, I start bringing whatever's left on the side of the nose. And we'll go under here and blend all of this out here. Make sure this blend is pretty nice too. Seamless as well around the blush also. But I don't know, do you guys see me taking the time to really let that sit there? I'm not gonna lie guys, I went potty and I went and got some chocolate from the fridge and I let my concealer sit. And now I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see. You see under my eye? We're pretty good. It's gonna crease if I don't set it, but like, it just hits a lot different. And that consistency of this concealer, I really like it because it's not thick. Like it's enough, but it has, I feel like it's medium coverage. It's pretty, like it does what it needs to do. Look, we could be up close and personal a little bit longer. I'm gonna go ahead and blend out this concealer here as well. You guys see how far away I'm holding my brush? Comment down below what you guys prefer. Do you prefer me being this close to the camera? I think it's a bit much in my opinion, but if this is beneficial and you like this better, please let me know. When you start tapping around your nose like that, you might run. Wait. But yeah, like you still see on this eye, we're still good. Let me know if you guys like being this close up. Of course, when I do the eyeshadow portion, we'll be this close up, but I'm really making sure, again, lightly to tap around my blush so that everything is seamless. And then I'm gonna go in a little bit brighter, okay? This is that ethereal light as well, same exact brand, but this is the color Sugar right here. Not too much. And I'll let her sit for a second. So Sugar is gonna give me the brightness that I want under my eye. I think it's gonna look really, really pretty. I'm also gonna use Sugar as a base to my eyeshadow. So we're gonna take a little bit of Sugar here. This is a brighter eyeshadow look, so I'm okay with doing that. And I'm gonna let this sit here for a second and then I'll blend her out and we will move on to setting my face with some setting powder. So I'm gonna take my blush brush here and just go on top, right? I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. And then I'm gonna go in with my One Size. This is the translucent one. I do like this especially too when I'm doing my makeup and I'm going brighter. Like I don't want my powder to be darker. So here we are. I'm gonna take my powder puff to do it. She's dirty. It just blurs everything out really, really nice. My color that I want. Look at that. I'm gonna tap it on the bottom as well. Not to like cut it or anything, but just to like set it, you know? If you're someone who gets smile lines, you could bake here, but I don't know. I feel like the One Size really does take care of any smile lines that you would possibly get for any reason. I'm not adding any extra product. I'm just kind of tapping. My forehead isn't the oiliest. I just want to set that makeup and then make sure under my eyes we are good. But do you guys see the blur it gives? And then it kind of just fades into the blush, which is what I wanted. I wanted everything to be very seamless. Then I take it up on the sides of the nose here. You guys see the difference? If you're nervous that you feel like you look dry or anything, don't worry, I'm gonna put setting spray. It's gonna melt all together. But I just want you guys to see, like, you need to set under the eye, all right? Because if not, you're gonna be creasing. You see that? You don't want that. Blend that out first. I'm gonna take my powder puff in, right? And set all of that. And then my eyelids, of course. We're gonna set those bad boys. You see that? Good to go. Now I'm gonna take my bronzer brush without any extra product and go down the sides. of my nose to really kind of bring that back here and define this area a bit. Okay, same thing right here. Without adding any extra product, just to bring everything back to like when you're doing your makeup, you're painting your face, you are just the artist, okay? You're in control of how your face looks. So it's not that you don't like makeup, you might not like the way you're doing it, right? If I'm being honest. So I'm gonna take same blush brush, just tap on, and then I like to kind of go where I put the bake because there's not really like extra product on here. It just kind of like blends everything together really, really good to make all of these powders melt. Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray. This melts the powders. And let everything dry. My face looks refreshed. It looks really, really pretty in person. Like it's just it's a matte, but it still has like that glow to it. Everything's set in place. I'm really, really happy with the way that that looks. Okay, now for the eyeshadow, I thought that this Sephora Mega Mix palette was perfect. It has a really nice, beautiful color, really cool tone. That's the only reason why I bought the palette. I don't have too many cool tone eyeshadow palettes. I think the shades we're really gonna kind of lean towards probably are these right here. I do want to go ahead and grab another palette because I need a shade for my lid. I'm gonna take this eyeshadow. It's called Moonlight Dream. This is from Absolute New York. 12 colors, extremely inexpensive. Absolute New York has amazing products for the low. I kid you not, guys. If you were questioning looking into them, if you don't live in a city and you can't access a beauty supply store to purchase the products, you can use my code Kiki15. I'm gonna link their website down below. Everything is 15% off on me, okay? This palette is also super, super pretty and a bit more cool tone with a bit more of a purple hue though. But this shade Luna right here is gonna be what I use all over the lid to mimic what Dani has here in this photo. I'm gonna zoom you guys back in so we can get into this eyeshadow look, honey. Is that good? Is that good enough? Because too much is too much. Be my privacy, okay? I'm gonna start off with my Kaylee Beauty blending brush. This brush is perfect because it's not too big, not too small. It allows the eyeshadow to seamlessly blend, especially with eyeshadow looks that you want them to ultimately look super diffused. This brush is perfect for that. I'm glad I'm looking at this photo here because she's a bit tan, and then here it's a bit more cool tone, which is interesting. That's fun how they did that. And we're gonna just start building. Oh, this is perfect. We need that, like that grayish purple look. Start building this crease area. And I'm gonna bring it to my nose because that's how it is in the photo as well. And then I'm really gonna start using my small C's and windshield wiper motions at the same time to bring it towards my brow and just kind of like lift it up. And I'm gonna keep with the same color, just building that shade. This is really, really pretty. I'm gonna bring it out past my brow a bit. I'm just gonna keep building it. This looks really, really, really pretty. I like this. I don't always go for cool tones, so like it's refreshing when I do. But I kind of want to make sure I'm like really lightly tapping here and kind of blending with my small C's here, because I want the bronzer and eyeshadow to blend, even though they're opposing forces kind of. One's really warm and one's really cool. I still want it to really be seamless into the other. That's pretty. I want to bring that tan to life here, so I'm going to take that shade Meteor right there and go in with the same brush. And I'm going to kind of let it blend into that first shade there, because we're going to go in next with that brighter white. I'm going to take that Sugar concealer and go in with just a little bit more and kind of carve out a bit of a crease here. Not too high. I kind of want to mimic her eye shape, but enough that when I open my eye, it looks good on me. And I'm gonna bring this here and kind of let it fade out. I know on YouTube it looks like they're happening, but like in real life, it's been a minute, guys, since I did like a cute little eyeshadow look. So this is exciting. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Again, I'm taking it just slightly above my natural crease, not too much. Now we're gonna go ahead and set with that shade Luna. And look at how pretty that looks. And I'm gonna kind of like pack it out on the sides here and then show you guys what I'm gonna do next. Back in with Meteor. I want to grab a shadow that's a bit more tan. I feel like it's looking too cool tone, which, you know, is understandable. Let me wipe off this little bit of eyeshadow here. But it's too cool. Better Than Chocolate palette by Too Faced. I'm gonna go in with the shade Nice Buns. I think this might do what I need it to do. Just right here. Yeah, that's what I needed. A little bit more of a tanness to it. And I'm gonna just pack that right there. That's exactly what I needed. I should have did that from the beginning. But sometimes you guys have to like kind of play with undertones because it didn't look like that on the palette, but when it went on me, it did look like that. This is perfect. Hopefully it's coming up on camera warmer, because in person it's definitely a lot warmer, and that's what I needed to kind of bring that together. That looks really, really pretty. Oh, yes. Oh my God, I hope it's showing on camera because like in person, it's eating. So we're gonna go in with some liquid liner, simple. And does she have a wing? It's very small, or is that just an eyelash? It's like a very, is that a baby wing? You guys already know I love the super precise eyeliner from Essence. I'm gonna use this to create the look. And this is really gonna bring the look together. And it's not too thick, but it's a good size liner. And like I said, like a baby wing I'm gonna do. That looks really, really pretty. When I said baby wing, that's what I was talking about, honey. Cute. I want to make sure I'm maintaining the baby wing and not like going overboard, because when you're doing your eyeliner, it's very easy to go overboard. Okay. I take my Longwear Cream shadow stick, liner stick, I mean. This is from Bobbi Brown. This is in the shade Panther. She is going to be black, honey, okay? I'm gonna take her on my waterline. Super creamy. Like, do you see how easy that just... And I'm also going to tightline because that makes a difference. And I'm gonna actually take that liner and kind of like smudge it a little bit. Before it truly dries down. That is the liner. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on some black mascara. I'm gonna do that off camera. This is the Size Up mascara from Sephora. This is their collection. This is like my top 3 mascaras. I love her. So I'm gonna put her on, and then we'll come back to do the lips and kind of bring everything together. And I'm gonna switch out this battery as well. All right, my love, we are at the lip portion of this video. If you have made it this far into the video, go ahead and put a lipstick emoji down below. Thank you so much for your support and just kind of riding with me through this video. My lips are so dry, so I'm happy we're at this point. I made a mistake the other day. I was trying some stuff that I got in PR, and sometimes that's fun to make a mistake because it kind of helps for the future. You can kind of like apply that to life. So when I was looking at this lip, I was like, I think I know what I want to do to kind of achieve that. I'm gonna go in first with the NYX. This is their suede matte lip liner, and this is in the shade Cold Brew. When I tell you I love Cold Brew down, I love her down. We're gonna zoom in. I'm pretty sure I don't have a mustache today, so I'll zoom in for you guys so we can really focus on this lip here. And I'm gonna focus it on that first line of your lip, because cold brew is brown, right? But it has like a purple to the brown. So NPR, Persona Cosmetics, thank you so much for sending me this. They sent me their Cloud Tint Lip Gloss Stain. At first, I was a little skeptical, like how are we a lip gloss and a stain? But I guess it's gonna give you what you need. It says, the Cloud Tint Lip Gloss Stain, a juicy serum-like formula that delivers pigment and high shine without the stickiness, infused with moisture-rich emollients. Cloud Tint offers lasting color while leaving lips feeling soft and hydrated. Swipe across the lip for color and shine and add layers to build up intensity. Reapply as needed. So I will say I put this on the other day and it is glossy with the tint. I'm going to show you guys here. This is the packaging. I think it's really, really cute. Love on me. I thought she was gonna be like very nude. No, she wasn't. So let me show you guys. I see how it's a bit more mauve-y. I wasn't expecting that at all. That's why I chose this. I was like, okay, this is gonna be better. So I'm gonna take this on the outer portions of my lips, right here. And it feels so good, oh my goodness. But it's not as bright as I thought it was gonna be, which is okay, because like it fits what I want here. But I did want it to be a little bit lighter. Now with my favorite lip gloss. To know me and to be a supporter of mine is to know how I feel about See-Through by MAC. I'm gonna put her in the middle, okay? Because she needs to make it bright again. And I want to focus it more in the middle to give that dimension. I feel like we got it really, really close, guys. I'm gonna put a little bit more. I think I got it pretty close, like for what I have. I think it looks really, really good. I'm actually obsessed with this look. Let's zoom out and really get a side-by-side comparison. Okay, guys, this is the final look, and I must say, I'm obsessed. I feel like this exact look with my hair lighter, with brown eyebrows, would look really pretty with a nice tan. You know Dani, she's Dominican, she stayed in DR, okay? I know she probably, like, she got a good tan, but this look really came together. I feel like it's pretty though for what it is. It's still wintry for me. I think my hair being dark and like with the gray shirt, it really is allowing the makeup to kind of pop through. I love like the purple-ish type of blush, the mauve-y lip. I don't normally go towards mauve, so I'm gonna be honest, I kind of try to stay away from them. But like the gray and the eyeshadow, I really, really like the way this looks. I'm really happy with it. Let's do a side by side. I'm gonna put some of the pictures on screen. Let me try to like do some of the poses that she did as well. I really love the way this looks. I'm really happy with the foundation, mixing them two together. I've done it before and I really, really like the mix together. I love the one size powder. I've always loved the continuous setting mist by Morphe. It just really brings everything together really, really pretty. This is why I stress to you guys the importance of just knowing your skin, knowing your products and how they mix together. Beforehand with my skincare, I went in with the Rhode Glaze Milk, the Laneige creamy skin toner that I always use, and then I did a little bit of the Clinique Dramatically Different lotion, which I always use. You guys see me talked about that as well previously. You guys seen like what I did, and I was able to still get a nice buttery smooth look, but it looks flawless. It looks matte, but like a semi-matte, where if I turn I still have this like glow to me, and in person my skin looks like skin, and that's what I want. Like if you get super, super close, you guys can still see like my skin isn't perfect, but it does have a glow to it. It's not too dramatic. That one size powder is really nice. It's not too heavy. You can still see like my freckles on my nose, you know what I'm saying? Like obviously the skin's not perfect, but up close it still looks really nice. It has like a radiance to it. That blush, the unicorn dust having a little bit of the shimmer, really is super, super pretty. I'm really, really happy with the way everything came out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did get to the end, don't forget, go ahead and comment the lipstick emoji. Thank you so much for supporting me, you guys. Do you guys understand? I'm like 60 hours away from being monetized on YouTube. Like this time last year, I made a commitment to myself to try to post a minimum of 1 time a week. And I got to a certain point around the spring where I was like really shooting for 2 videos a week, and I really maintained it for a long time. But without a doubt, I think I've only missed like 3 weeks out of this entire year where I posted every single week a long form video. If I didn't, I always had some type of short form content on here. So I'm extremely grateful to you guys. I'm extremely proud of how consistent I've been on here, and I'm excited for what YouTube is gonna bring me in 2026. I'm not gonna lie, I just feel it in my spirit. I don't know what it is, but I'm really grateful, and I thank God every day for this camera. I really took the time to force myself to look at what was around me, and I said I'm gonna splurge a little bit. I'm gonna invest in a camera, I'm gonna invest in a laptop, and I did, and I'm really proud, and I'm grateful that I'm putting it to use, because it's one thing to say you're gonna do these things, it's another thing to actually do it. And in 2025 I did everything I said I was gonna do. Every single thing, I did it, and I did it well, and I'm so grateful. I love y'all so much. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Share this video with your favorite homegirl. Share this video with somebody who really wants to learn how to do their makeup, or with someone who loves like more cool toned looks, because I feel like this is such a pretty look. I feel like you could wear this look a couple different ways. You can omit the bottom eyeliner, you can kind of not do a wing, just play with it. It's really pretty, and the lip combo is growing on me more and more. I just love being a girl. Makeup is so fun. Thank you guys for rocking with me in this video. I love y'all so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Toodles!